Alright, I am going to do an additional video as we got 70 screenshots of Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to go through them together. We're going to look around. We'll see what we can find. You know, what details that Rockstar is going to give us for right now. Because usually marketing for a video game is like at the very end. And it's usually the last, like, what, 3 months? And right now, these two trailers are blowing up the world. The whole website is slowing down because so many people are on it right now. So, you know, they're prepping up. I think they're gonna need another year, but they're probably gonna set up, like, you know, all the material for the marketing. They're probably gonna get ready for the next trailer. More likely, it's gonna be like a December trailer, December or somewhere in spring. That's my little prediction, because of the fact that they're gonna have to pump marketing to get the hype going. You know, what we got today is a lot. Like, it's a lot. They're super fans of Grand Theft Auto, right? Plus, you got the whole casual people playing this game. It makes so much money. So this amount of stuff that they released today is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look. Stop all the yapping. We're gonna look at the very first picture. So Jason is just a white boy, bike rider, gunslinger, pretty buff, regular t-shirt. The details though on the hair and, you know, the vein. You see the vein on the arm? It's pretty nice. Now the bike, it looks like a little out of focus on this picture, especially the tree in the background. But even the tree, looking at the tree, looking at the base of that leaf connected to the branch, no, technically it's like the branch of the tree, I guess, whatever. But you get what I'm saying. The details is pretty remarkable. Now we got this one. What catches me off, for some reason, I can just see the damn texture of the shirt. Because usually shirts, you know, it's a shirt, right? Whatever, tank top, any kind of material, fabric. And you can see the seams right here. You can see the little details within the necklace. Now, the beard looks normal. Typical beard. The hair strands are nice, a little nice ones. Now, the facial features are pretty good. Kind of been there for a while. Now, what's throwing me off is that I'm noticing a lot of more hair, like, I guess, details on arms. Because he's a hairy dude. Alright. Now, right here, he doesn't look as buff. As you can see, like, he's more relaxed, not pronounced, but, you know, typical picture of the car, riding. Now this one, it looks more better, as now you got the boat, you got the details of the boat, the little curvatures within the making of the boat, the structure of it, I guess, you can guess what I'm saying. You have a lot of the background. See, it's out of focus, obviously, right? But, you know, the sea is nice in a nice blue, like an aqua blue, maybe. Binoculars, let's see here. Pretty bulbous. He's out of focus as well, but, you know, the details look pretty nice. Where the detail is all focus on him. His hair, some of his hand features. The scrunching up of the shirt, like you know, you scroll up your shirt. Let's see here. You can see more of the fabrics. Pretty nice. That's a thick string, so they must be deep sea fishing. And looks like a fiberglass fishing rod. Nothing too fancy on the reel in itself, but pretty cool. Now we got, like, you know, that money shot. We got that money shot looking at us. All right. Let's see here. Out of focus. So there's two people right here. Now the cool thing is we're not just seeing the outside, not just him, not the tree. We're seeing inside too. There's a person over here. Sports car, looks like a Convetti maybe. I don't know. Could be some really nice fancy sports car, or even just a regular base sports car. It don't matter. So he's rocking like some Casio kind of like G-Shock watch. You know, obviously the pear or the iFruit phone. The typical, you know, floral or palm tree beach shirt. The veins and the hairs, the details of those are pretty nice. As a player model. And just for the shot itself, it's pretty cool. Now, seeing these two characters hugged up together, or they're walking together, that's a nice little detail as well. Even though it's out of focus, you can tell though he has sunglasses and there's a reflection. Either she's oiled up or she's sweating, or she has like a necklace. And she has like a short shirt, a short dress. My apologies. While him has a little dress up shirt or polo. Jeans, what it looks like. Now, what I can make up, there's a person right here, and then there's a few people right here, and with a little light in the middle of the table, which is pretty cool. It's not bad for details, and you can see it over here too as well. They're not repeats as far as we see on this picture, but we're getting a lot of population detail in this game. And they were saying that the trailer for trailer 2 was recorded or captured within the PS5. So they must be using all the graphical fidelity, everything that piece of hardware can do. You know, because it technically it is kind of dated, the PS5 architecture and all that. Because a lot of the newer, there's always newer chips every year, right? And they probably designed it where to the point where it could get updated, maybe in the hardware, or maybe there's specific hardware within it. It has a longevity of lasting for a long time, to have a lot of fidelity within the games when you're designing for it. It's a lot of fancy words, but basically the hardware, the PS5 and the Xbox could really get this going for this system. And it's nice to see. All these little details are nice additions to this. Now, we're going to get more closer as... Oh, shoot. So... this is something I'm talking about. Even though this is like a screenshot, or you know, probably in game, you get the reflection off his sweat, or like oils on his skin. You could tell there's some shadows right here, and it could be like the scrunching of his face because he's focused, right? Crow's feet, the hair and the light. And this light's more likely like over here. That's why it has a shine on like that. Or it's on a wall and it's going this way to get that light on his hair. Obviously the gunmetal look on the weapon. And for carbine, what it looks like. The veins again. And the hairs. The little grooves in the weapon as well, the detail. It's really nice. So if you're like a gun fanatic, just seeing these images are probably good for you. Or, you know, if you're like a gun expert too as well, you probably can see the inconsistencies within the guns as well. But knowing Rockstar, they're gonna go all out. They're gonna do something right. Now, to say on this wonderful landscape, there's a lot of highway systems in this game. You notice that there's like one big overpass, there's two underpasses as well. There's another one over here on this side. So it's gonna have like a complex little structure for, you know, the highway system here. For this little section, probably it's like a junction or something, but still pretty cool. Now, this building right here is giving me reminiscence of a building in Vice City itself, and probably some other buildings are going to give, you know, hints of stuff from the previous game. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see comparisons from the original game to, you know, to this. Now look at this. We're getting more detail, and here's the thing. Now forget the veins, forget the hair. We're seeing details to a higher fidelity on the money. We're getting more detail on the watch. We're getting details on the hat. You can see the texture of the hat, the seams, the stitching. You can see the adhesive or the sticker for the bottle. As you can see, it's a bit elevated, and I'm probably gonna have to download this. One second. Let me get out of this. Take a look here. And I'm gonna do this for this particular picture, because I'm really been looking at a lot of different images today, and this one's really particular I like, because there you go. Okay, so this is all pixelated, right? So you can see from like just a regular eye view where the sticker is going to be at. And usually with stickers, they have like a little raise to them. So like, even if you put your finger around the bottle or any kind of adhesive sticker, you're gonna know like, oh, that's the start where the sticker is at, and then oh, this is where the end of it is. These little details. Obviously, it's gonna be out of focus, but still from a distance, just regular viewing distance like this. Let me see if I can get this one full. There we go. My apologies. Let's see here. Even as well right here. You can see it's a little bit pronounced right here. But it's nice. You can see not too bad on the spacing. Now here's another detail that I just noticed right now. But the bubbles in the beer. Obviously the obscurity of his arm, viewing it through the beer, you're seeing the back of the sticker. But you see the bubbles. You're seeing those extra details, and then you're seeing, usually with beer bottles, they have like these little grooves on the bottom to just be stable on a table, so it can kind of withstand a little bump where it won't fall over. Right here as well, more bubbles. It's really nice. Another thing too I just noticed with that we're not even looking at is the fingernails. Got nice, better fingernails here. Pretty cool. Now we got two, you know, John Doe and Billy Bob over here in the background. They're about to kick some ass because they pissed somebody off. But you got all these little lights in the background. fishery, because obviously it's Florida, so it's going to be very coastal decor and all that kind of stuff, and beer. You got like a little jukebox right here, more digital nowadays, and then probably some probably some pool hall, you know, in the back, like some big ass pool table. Now let's take a look at the money. You could definitely tell right here on the money. The little grooves. This is what I'm talking about, the differences. Even the shadows right here, because this arm is creating a shadow here. This arm is creating another shadow. This piece of his hand is creating this shadow. And then this beer is creating some kind of weird some weird view of this shadow. But then the light, for the reason of that angle, the light must be like up top. It must be up top, or it must be over here to get it to that angle. What else? Now here's the cool thing, the texture of his skin. Pretty cool. This one was a lot. This one has a lot. I mean, I like this photo. This screenshot here, it's a pretty cool one. I like it. Alright, now we're done with this. We can get rid of it. Go back to looking at the pictures. Now, here we go. This one has a lot more detail, and you can keep looking. So, we got more likely sweat coming from here. Coming from her, basically. Because usually in boxing gyms or in gyms, it's like a big warehouse. It's gonna be hot, humid, especially Florida. Florida's very humid. Very humid. So, you can definitely see the sheen off of her sweat. You can see a little droplets right here. Obviously in the air. Maybe these are dust particles as well, maybe, from a light. Because you do see that little haze from other lights as well. And then you can see like the details of her hair. My apologies. You can just see like a little bit of the scrunching of her face, little wrinkles in the forehead. You know, the gritting of the teeth. And then more sweat. And this is not just all over the body. This is a little drip of sweat right here. She got like a line of sweat right here under the pits. Pretty cool stuff on the details right here. We got pretty cool stuff. Now, this is a really detailed gym, because then you can see all the workout equipment, the machines. It's pretty nice. Probably like some janitor door over here. And this right here looks like the steps. That or the wallpaper was not done, it was falling apart. Que sabe que, you know, there's something back in the back. Now we got a nice cute close-up picture. We got the Instagram picture right here. Alright, we got some hot mamas in the back, some hot women. That's probably a man actually. But by then that's like, I think that's like a 6-pack, and it's probably a male. There's Jason over here probably. With the typical, you know, those coastal glasses. This is probably some kind of like cocktail with the strawberry. It's really nice. Now here's the cool thing. You're seeing the differences from the glass to the water. You see right here as you get into it, and it's really pronounced on this glass. It has like a different shade, which is pretty cool. And you can tell obviously the sun is like right above because of the angle of the shadow, which is pretty nice. And then obviously, you know, she's coming from the water, she's probably drying off a little wet, and you got the little bit of that glow on her. And if I can look closer, I'm not saying she's hairless, but there's like a little, I don't know, maybe it's the image, but there's like a little outline. Obviously her jewelry, the fingernails, a little long. Got the buds, she got 2 of them too, the hoops. Very good on this. Even she got a little shine right here too in the middle. Pretty cool stuff. Now see the cell phone here. Probably like some Galaxy, old phone, I don't know what, but it's right here with the towel. And there's texture on the towels as well. Really nice in detail with the shadows. Even the ground, even the pool, around the pool, they have this nice stone. You can even tell the details of the stone, you know, when you're looking at it, which is pretty cool. Even that Jason's not, whoever, I think this is Jason, to be honest, but you're seeing like the curvature of his muscles, you know, his flexing as he's pushing down onto that stone or holding himself up. And then you got two other people right here. I don't know if this is a female, but it looks like it does. And then I think this possibly is a male, maybe. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Good stuff right here. Oh, here we go. Now we got another money shot here. We got a nice fancy bike. The plate. There's somebody in the background, if you see right here, which is pretty cool. There's a light right here. They're probably just sitting down, waiting for a ride or whatever. Got the liquor bar sign. Wait, what is this? Bowling? Bodwinks? Budwinks? It's some kind of bar name. Now the cool thing is there's the chain link fence, but you got the lighting of like the railing right here from some walkway. And then this looks like where the railway has like holes for like ventilation, I guess, maybe, I don't know. And you can see the bottom of it. The shading right here. It could be anything right here. It could be just trash. Some kind of AC unit outside. Now see, this is the cool thing about the lighting. Lighting has got so good in games. You're seeing it right here being diffused into the air. It's going down in this direction, obviously. You see the main one, but then you see it from an angle, and it's giving you like this diffuse, like, you know, being very diffused, put it into other directions. So it's pretty cool. And maybe it's because the way the lamp is shaped, maybe. It looks like a fire alarm bell ring, I guess. I don't know what you're gonna call it, but it looks like we're at, you know, the fire broke out, that'll be ringing. Now, looking into her getup, you know, her outfit, very jeaned, very nice detail of the denim or leather. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, leather. Again, more pronounced with those veins. See right here for the middle finger, or tendons maybe. You know, that outline right here for the, looks like yoga pants maybe, or spandex. I don't know. But you can see like the little stitchings on there on the outfit as well. The shadow for her hand. You see the knuckles or the fingers. Pretty cool stuff. And then the cool thing is too, you see the two lightings coming together. You know, this big old liquor bar sign right here on her face, and then you see this light right here in the back. Pretty cool stuff. You see it pretty much half her body, and you see it even a little bit on the hand, a little bit right here. Even the brake light has some detail, which is nice. There's some shadow under the bike, and then there's the brake light. It's, you know, obviously it's gonna be LED light. It's gonna be bright. Now here's the cool thing. Even though this stuff is not out of focus, it's still, you can see the details of this stuff. You know, you see the light, typical light post. Then you see like some traffic light in the distance, which is pretty cool. Because you see one right here too as well, but this is facing that direction. And then obviously this little sign right here with the little holes, the little grooves. It's pretty nice right there. Oh shit. Yeah, right here, this is crazy because it looks like some criminals, you know, they're after Lucia. Or maybe the cops. But you see the details of the gun. See the details in it? pretty damn nice. Even though these are small little things, they really kind of mend together the world, and even just in the screenshots. The screenshots are amazing. You know, you can see the sweat right here, the little, you know, glaze of the oils of her skin, maybe the lip gloss of her, you know, on her lips. You know, her eyebrows right here. Even like some eyeshadow, or even just shadow from the light, because there's probably some light right here, or a light coming this way. And you see right a little bit of the light right here. Again, the textures of the fabric right here on the tank top. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty damn good stuff right here. And then you can see some details on this character right here. A little bit of the shine on his face in the light. A little bit on his forehead with the widow's peak. He has like a bracelet, a gold bracelet maybe, with the looks like a 1911 pistol. Maybe something else. Alright, now we see Lucia as an actual prisoner. You see again, and it pops out again to my face, but the textures right here in the clothing. Pretty nice. The textures of her hair. See? The little grooves in it. The slacks right here. Which is pretty amazing. Even the texture on this window. Usually this windows in a prison, they have like wire in them, and you could definitely see a bit of it here. Now this is not the best high def picture, but you could definitely see those little details. Pretty cool. Now this one looks really, really nice because of the lights in every direction that's coming out in the club. You got this girl right here with all this hair, you know, all scrolled up. Must be like, you know, kinky hair with all the curls. Long nails. You see a little bit of like the vein, a little bit, or the tendon. You know, and then you got tattoos right here where you can see. There's a tattoo right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. The bangles on this one. Her hair, you can see the details in that hair. It looks a lot better. Shoot. Now, as the focus of Lucia is, right, you can see all the shine and gleam on her arm, right? But that dress pops out the most. Besides this light, right? This light really out there. But this dress is really nice and detailed. It has like little studs on them. Or some kind of texture. Not even a texture. I've seen dresses like this where they're like little circle, like nice soft like fabric where it makes like a sparkle. Maybe it's plastic, I don't know. But either way, you can see that stuff. Pretty cool. You even see the detail of the necklace right here. Now, you got this goofy character right here, you got a pot belly. I think that's like an alien on his shirt. It looks like some reference from, Grand Theft Auto 5, all the aliens. It looks like it's a mini golf, small little putt-putt. See all his hands. Even from this distance right here from my monitor, I can see the cuticles for the fingernails. You can even see the middle part of his tongue, which is pretty cool, and the teeth. You can even see his eyes within the glasses, which is pretty good. And then the little strands of his hair in the background. It's pretty good stuff focusing on him. He's a weird character for what I'm seeing, but then you got what it looks like. This is Jason. Key Lento right here. We got a shirt. Looks like another female, maybe. Another male. Joe's Short Blast or something like that. What the fuck? I don't know what that is. There's Croc World right there, what it looks like to be. Because there is a place called Crocland or Croc World over there in Florida, where you can see like crocodiles and all that. which is pretty interesting. It's pretty weird, but it's interesting. And then obviously the details here. The details what I'm seeing is really all the stuff I've already been saying, but not just that. The lighting, this rope LED light. You got the details on the balls for the billiards. Right here, you got like different angles of light. With a little shade. You even see the shadow from him right here and right here. Maybe a little bit right here. But you definitely see the shadows right here, the billiards right here on this side and on this side. Which is pretty nice. Pretty good stuff. It's amazing how detailed these screenshots are. We got so much. And there's 70. There's 70 of them. I can literally be talking for the next like 30 minutes. It's already been 30 minutes and we only gonna get to like the next like picture here. But the one that really popped out the most to me, and I'm probably just gonna jump the gun. I've been looking at every one of them, but there's just so many good ones. I implore you to take a look. I'll put a link down here for the screenshots. You can take a look at all the details, because there is a lot of details on these images. Look at this thing. Look at this old man looking at that ass. Look at that. Even this guy too. Who else is looking at this ass? This person? No, there's just a lot of people. You even see this person's a bit aged, right? Older woman. And you can see the aging of the knees. Even his body, you can see a little bit of the aging. Because usually older people, they have like more saggy skin, maybe wrinkles all over, just depending on where they're at. You know, it's pretty out there. But yeah, that's all for this video. I just wanted to show off some of these screenshots. They're pretty damn good. You just gotta take a look and look at these little details here, all the stuff that they're adding on. It's so cool. It's so cool, and I'm very just happy that we got any kind of information on this stuff. But that's all I got. I hope you have a nice day. Like and subscribe. Peace.